I see you. I see you. Yeah. What? Hey, everybody. Prepper Nurse One here with my sidekick Hella. Are you my sidekick? Yes, you are. All right. Oh, down, down. Good girl. Go lay down. Yes, I know. All right. Good evening. We're going to be talking about the wildfires out west, the drought that's going on out there, and also what effect that's having on people and everything to that effect as well. So we're going to get into all of that uh, in a moment. But I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope your weeks are going okay. It's already Wednesday, crazy craziness, and so Jen F will be at the prepper get together, and she was asking about outhouses today. If we're going to have outhouses, and I just so everybody knows, everybody is going to be allowed to use the outhouses except for Jen. We're going to give Jen a 5 gallon bucket with no lid on it, and then she'll have to go that way. So I'm just putting that out there. Um, I'm only kidding ahead of time. That would be very, very cruel. Yes. So anyway, yes, you're green now, Nate. I see that. Yep. So before we get into stuff, couple things. Obviously, I want to. All right. Family friendly oriented channel. I just want to remind people, please keep the chat clean. If you cannot follow those simple, easy instructions, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here. So no racism, no nastiness. We're just not going to tolerate it. We have a good, clean chat here, and we're going to keep it that way. So second thing, if we have any interruptions with the stream, since changing carriers, we have not. And so that has been good. And so, hopefully we'll continue that pattern. But if there's any problems with the stream, then I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So just wanted to mention that really quickly, okay? And you may not get notifications because some people don't. I'll do a stream and people will come in later and go, I never got notification. Well, what a shock with YouTube! I can't believe people are not being notified, but that is what they like to do. So really quickly, I want to acknowledge some people. I have some new members to the group that have joined the membership, and if you are interested in doing it as well, it is on my main page. You will see join. It is a way to do that there. So we have Rena Moderno. I'm probably butchering her name, and I'm really, really sorry, but I'm not sure how to say her last name. She is a member. Nate Dampier, who you see lit up there in the chat, is a new member as well. She Walks Alone is also was a member. We have Desiree Hall just joined, and Nate is a newer joiner as well. We have Pam Sherry, Kimberly Beck, and Extremist and I Know It are also members. So I just wanted to acknowledge them and tell all of them thank you for joining. I do appreciate it. Again, it's another way to show support for the channel. Again, with the highest membership, if you decide to join, I do a live stream every Monday. And so this Monday coming up will be extra special, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. It's going to be interesting, just so you know. But anyway, every Monday I'll be doing a live stream just for the members at that level. So somebody had asked in a comment, will we be allowed to see those streams afterwards? And the answer to that is no. That is just strictly for people that are at that membership. If they want to go back in and watch the stream later, they can, and that's it. So just putting that out there, not trying to be a jerk, just letting people know. Hey, Greg, thank you very much for the donation, man. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. All right, so what was I going to say? I want to get into this whole thing out there and talk about that, but there was a couple of things that I wanted to talk about first, and I'm trying to remember what I was going to say here. It will come to me, I promise you. So real quickly, I do want to mention the Prepper Get Together, which is coming up this weekend. If you plan on coming to the Prepper Get Together, it is Friday, you can come into town, and if you're staying at Greg's house, just let me know. I will give you the address. Shoot me an email, and where people can start coming in. Then on Saturday, we are going to be at the Sanye American Legion. Right now, Saturday, weather-wise, is looking like a 40% chance of showers. Okay, but the cool thing is the pavilion's undercover. Where we're going to be cooking is undercover, and we have access to the American Legion as well. Hey, Mountain Girl. I won't be able to make it to the meet this year. Unfortunately, major projects going on at the homestead in the mountains. Enjoy, everyone. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the donation. And thank you for letting me know. Next year for sure. Okay, definitely next year for sure. And I get it. I understand projects. I totally get that. So, um, and again, thank you very much for the donation. It's very kind of you. So Saturday we're going to be at the Sanye American Legion. So that, and it's Sonyea, New York, and so easy to find, right off of 390. We will be there Saturday. You can come at 10 o'clock. We have it all day long. We're going to do a cookout. I'm going to be giving hamburgers, hot dogs, all that type of stuff. I would ask if you were coming to bring a dish to pass, and so we'll go from there. On Sunday we will be at Letchworth State Park at the South Shelter, and that's right up by the pool area. So please bring your suits, go swimming. Swimming is free at the park, so you can go swimming. Definitely check out the park as well. It is an absolutely beautiful park, very, very cool. I did throw up some pictures. I have some actually cool pictures that I'm gonna post some really cool pictures after the stream on both my Twitter and my Instagram. And these are going to be pictures that I took right on my road. So very, very cool. You'll see when you come there. But anyway, I have some pictures of the Upper Falls at Letchworth and also of the pavilion that we're going to be having our get together at. So those are on both Twitter and Instagram under Prepper Nurse One. So definitely check them out too. I'm excited for this weekend. We're going to have a blast. Monday will be an interesting live stream for the members because I went to the dentist yesterday, and I have a tooth back here that has to be extracted. So I am finally getting on to taking care of my teeth, after I've been encouraging all of you to take care of yours. They can't save the tooth. It's too far gone. And so I'm going to have to go to an oral surgeon to have it taken out because the roots are skinny at the top and fat at the bottom. So I have to go to an oral surgeon on Monday. And so that live stream Monday night for those members should be very, very interesting. Are you going to talk about the housing market tonight? I wasn't planning on it, Connie. I mean, we can, I guess, if you want to. I know that right now, yeah, we can get into that. We can definitely get into that. I definitely want to talk about the topic first. Remind me later in the stream, and I'll try to bring that up. So definitely, we can definitely talk about that. So, but anyway, so we're gonna have it's gonna be an interesting Monday stream for those guys because I'm probably gonna be a little sore. So, but hey, tooth has got to go. So. Anyway, so that should be interesting. So it's going to be a very interesting. Got the weekend, the party, and then I go get that tooth taken out. It's going to be a lot of fun. One project is the 28 by 30 garage with living space. I need it up here. I will need it up here. Letchworth. Oh, you're killing me. Next year for sure. Beautiful place. Yes, it absolutely is gorgeous down there. And definitely next year for sure. And that's a pretty good size garage, and and I get it with living space, great idea. Places for more people to come when the time comes, so that's a good idea. So, anyway, yeah, Monday's stream is going to be wow. Yeah, I'll definitely be feeling it. Hopefully, they give me something for discomfort, and we'll go from there. But all right, so let's get into what's going on out west. Craziness happening out west. I'm going to ask real quick. We've got 419 in the stream already. We're at 171 on the thumbs up. I'm going to ask you to shoot a thumbs up if you haven't done so already to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. I'll be rolling in Saturday about noon. 80 came in. All right, sounds cool. Sounds cool. We're like I said, we're gonna have a blast. We're absolutely gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a good time. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting everybody and just having just having an enjoyable couple of days, doing some bonfires at night up at Greg's. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, so what we have here, guys. All right, so the largest fire right now is out in Oregon, and that is the bootleg fire. 212,377 acres. That one alone. That one alone. And it's only 5% contained. That's, if you think about that, that is just an enormous, enormous fire. Altogether, there's over 68 large fires burning in over 12 states. More than 1 million acres has already been burned. So it is bad. You have the Snake River Complex, and that's in California. That's 96,086 acres, 0% contained. The Sugar Fire has 94,162 acres. That one's 30% contained. You have the Johnson Fire, 88,918 acres. That one's 75% contained. Raphael, 78,065 acres. That one's 96% contained, so that's a good one there. Dry Creek, 50,353 acres, 0% contained so far. Shovel Creek, 46,619 acres, again, 0% contained. Munson Creek, 41,081 acres. That one is 6% contained. So a lot of the problems that they're having out there right now is a shortage of firefighters. Now, you're talking a combination, and I want you to think about this. If you got a shortage of firefighters, and I saw somebody just raise the pay to firefighters for $15 an hour, and I don't remember what state that was, but realistically, for $15 an hour, you can go risk your life, or you can go to Walmart and stack shelves and get like 17 or 18 bucks an hour. So what are you going to do? I think it's ridiculous that they're paid so poorly when they're doing such a dangerous job. And I want people to think about too, I want you to think about, especially in California, the number of prisoners that volunteer. They do get paid to do it, but they're fighting the fires as well. Okay, so they're definitely out there doing that and dealing with that situation as well. It's a really bad situation. Now, my grandfather was a volunteer firefighter. All right, so anybody that knows anybody that has been a firefighter or done it, put that gear on. It is very, very heavy. You are going to be sweating in a heartbeat having that gear on. So I can't even imagine the hottest temperatures that we've had in those areas in a long, long time, and probably since they've started recording temperatures, I think is what they were saying. So, and then you add having to have all that gear on, protective gear, which they have to have on so they don't burn. Yeah, $15 after it was raised. Yeah. I get paid $21 an hour as a seasonal UPS provider. Wow. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like there's definitely an issue. 640 acres is 1 square mile. Yeah, so think about that. The amount of miles of fire that are burning, especially with that bootleg fire. It's absolutely insanity. When you're talking 212,277 acres on fire. I mean, and the fact that they have only 5% of it contained. Very, very scary stuff when you really think about it. And, you have, like I said, these firefighters are underpaid. So there's a shortage of firefighters. There's thousands of firefighters out there right now fighting these fires. So, again, my hat's off to them because that is a tough, tough job. They are absolutely risking their lives to do that. And then you got the guys that'll jump in. That's a whole special breed, a different element of firefighters that do that. So, And don't all firefighters have to also be trained as an EMT? Yes, absolutely, Randy Romines. That's a good point. So here's another good point about this, and I don't know if you guys knew this or not. And I didn't until my daughter told me because she wrote a paper about it. So in California, the prisoners are the prisoners that are fighting the fires. Once they are released from prison, they cannot go ahead and become a firefighter. You would think, well, hey, they've been doing this for however many years they were in prison fighting these fires. They should get a fast track to be able to be a fireman to help fight fires. But because of their convictions, they are not allowed to, for a certain amount of time, even become an EMT. So that is EMTs are getting more than $15 an hour to start, and they don't have to fight fires. Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's a really, really bad situation. So, I mean, now again, that may vary from state to state. I'm not saying across the board. That God, I think it might have been California, to be honest with you. And if I'm wrong, guys, I apologize. I read it and I saw it that somebody had just raised the for firefighters to get $15 an hour. Might have been California, but I'm not 100% sure. So, but that's because Democrats consider them expendable labor. Expendable labor. Yeah, wouldn't shock me. Would not shock me. There was a program in the 80s to train prisoners in case needed. Well, they've been doing it. There's prisoners out there that when these fires happen, because they happen every single year, and so when you have, and I got to tell you what, I love the wording, because they subliminally, if you hear the same thing over and over and over again, you start to believe, well, oh my God, that's probably the cause, right? So in the articles that I was reading, and they were talking about, crazy temperatures, heat wise, a lot of drought, and and the firefight, and the fires, forest fires, and they were saying, oh, brought on by climate change. So that's subliminally stuck in there, so that you automatically are going to associate one with the other. Biden just called 80% of the country Jim Crow racist today. Well, I hope he included himself, because they have him all over on tape back in the day of what Biden is really like. So I think that's interesting as well. So they're upset because they're trying to rein in the voting rights to make sure that you have to be registered to vote, that you have a license to prove who you are, or a form of ID to prove who you are if you want to vote. Heaven forbid, then how will they cheat? Can't cheat if you have to have proof of who you are. The dead can't vote then. It'll be terrible. Now, I did see was a big thing coming up, and it was oh my goodness, Fox News contributor there, and I can't think of his name. Completely going blank. Somebody who's the Fox News guy that is like the forefront of everything lately. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Let's see. Somebody's got to tell me, because I can't figure. I'll have to. But anyway, he Tucker Carson. Yes, yep. Thank you, Carson Tucker. Yep, thank you. I like blank, like could not think of his name at all. Tucker Carlson. Right. Okay. So anyway, he is doing a show, I guess tonight, talking about the voter fraud, the anomalies that they have found. I believe it was in Georgia, that there is definitely proof of tampering. Oh my God, I can't believe it. You mean somebody actually tampered with this election that we just had? I'm shocked. Shocked. I hope you can tell the sarcasm in my voice, guys, because I think it's like a foregone conclusion that there was definitely tampering. When you have, and I'm going to and this is just a reign of reference for you guys. When you have the president, well, the former president, ahead by 700,000 votes at midnight in Pennsylvania. And I'm just going to go with Pennsylvania. He's ahead by 700,000 votes in Pennsylvania. Now, they hadn't called the state for him yet, right? Notice that, too. They were like waiting, and they wouldn't call him. Up ahead by 700,000 votes in Pennsylvania at midnight. By 9 o'clock in the morning, Biden was ahead. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm really not. I'm a pretty smart guy, though. I have to call BS on that, okay? I have to call BS. So that's just me, my opinion, just putting my opinion out there. But I truly do believe that there was tampering in the election. And I think a lot of other people feel the exact same way. And if they can prove it, that'll be interesting to see what happens next. I would be very, very curious. Yeah, and Trump's votes decreased. Yep, there was a combination of both. Yep. And I want you guys to think about something, okay? And again, we're just going to stick with Pennsylvania. Hey, Mountain Kayaker. River fire near Yosemite is at 9,500 acres. Wow. That's, yeah. Well, I heard that Yosemite was going as well again, so that's not good. Not good at all. So, again, let's go with Pennsylvania, okay? Now, Biden, through his campaign, basically said going away from fossil fuels, coal, gasoline, wants to go more green, all this type of stuff. Well, if you go down to Pennsylvania, there's a lot of coal country in Pennsylvania, a lot of coal country. And you're trying to tell me that these people, knowing that this individual was planning on getting rid of their jobs, that they were voting for him? I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. So that's just my take on that. And we're just going to go with Pennsylvania. We're not even going to talk about Arizona. We're not going to talk about, Michigan, where you had 53% voter turnout or 123% voter turnout, something like that, which is impossible. That is impossible, okay, in certain counties. So I find that fascinating that was not brought up more. But again, what did we get? And the thing is, and I'm going to tell you what, guys, I don't like politicians, period. Any of them, okay? But for 4 years, what we saw every single day was bash, 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 bash President Trump for 4 straight years. And now we have a guy that can't even get out of his own way, and you hear crickets. The vice president is an imbecile as well. I think she's part hyena, maybe, because all she does is laugh. Again, this is who we have now. Really? And so, but you hear nothing from the media. So, and I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I will be the first to tell you, I've told you guys right straight along, I don't vote. I have never voted, and I never will vote because of the corruption. Whoever gets in there, no matter what side gets in, they're going to take care of their rich friends. If you don't think Trump took care of his rich friends, Trump took care of his rich friends, okay? Bush took care of his rich friends. Clinton took care of his rich friends. Obama took care of his rich friends. And Biden will take care of his rich friends. That's what they do. That's what they do. So, don't tell me, oh, well, this side is great and this side sucks. They all suck, okay? So I'm not like, being rah-rah this guy and this guy boo. They all suck. And at the end of the day, when we can actually realize and stop letting ourselves continuously be manipulated all the time and say, hey, wait a minute. They're continuously screwing us. Maybe we could actually do something about that. That would be really, really nice. But so that's my take on that. Let me take my soapbox and I will set that aside. But it still doesn't. I don't condone cheating to get an election, and that's just where I'm at with that. And again, my opinion. So. Our government is the laughing stock of the world. Oh yeah, 80K man. They know We have a very, very weak president. They know we do. So very scary, very, very scary. People have asked me, why don't you vote? And it's 16. I looked at it and I saw the hypocrisy of it, and just I was just like, no. So never have, never will. So that's just and I had, oh well, you need to go in and vote and blah blah blah. Well, I live in New York, and New York is always going to go Democrat. Now, if I voted, guys, probably realistically, I would go Republican. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Okay, being honest, I'm definitely more of a conservative. There's no doubt about that. So, but at the same time, I do have some liberal views. So I believe in being open-minded, and so again, some people would probably say I'm more of a libertarian type of thing. I don't believe in big government. I don't think big government is the answer. So that's just me. But yeah, a lot of CO2 and carbon in the air from the fires out west. And now my question would be, isn't that affecting the planet? They should talk to the fires and say, listen, you need to stop because this is affecting the planet. But no, it's cow farts, guys. It's us. We have to do something about it. It's our fault. So remember the 4 Ps. Police, preachers, politicians, and prostitutes are out there to screw you from take your money. Tony Blackburn, I love that. That is awesome. Yes, absolutely. I couldn't make a better statement myself. I think that is absolutely awesome. Oh my God, that is too funny. That is awesome. So that's probably the best one I saw. And Cuomo lost 57 of the 62 counties in New York in the last 2 elections. Well, I'm going to tell you honestly, guys, when you get away from any of the major cities in New York State, so everybody wants to always put New York down. Oh, it's a bunch of bleeding heart liberals. You get away from New York City. You get away from Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, Albany. You get away from those major hubs. The rest of New York State is a very, very conservative state. Very conservative. Very small town, just average people working hard, trying to make a living. But we have people like, Cuomo in there who gets elected, and they just absolutely screw us nonstop. So, and so let's talk New York a minute, okay? Yeah, most New Yorkers hate New York. Well, I'm going to tell you what, that is why, and I want to talk about a little bit about the whole thing with West Virginia in a moment too. That is why I can't wait to get out of here. I'll be honest with you. I cannot wait to get out of the state. So, but California lost firefighters due to the release of prisoners. They had to release them because of the COVID-19 and the overcrowding. That's our government for it. Yeah, well, there you go. There's another thing going on with that. That's just crazy. So I am familiar with Avoca, New York. It's funny that you say that, Marissa. My first property that I bought, my first off-grid property, was in Avoca, New York. And so you would get off at the Cohocton exit. You'd go through Cohocton, cross back over the bridge, and I was 1.2 miles in off the main road, up on the side of a mountain. I had 10 acres. If you guys go back to my first video, so if you say, like when you go to watch the videos, you can watch oldest to newest, and you will actually see a few videos from the Cohocton property. And I also used to have another site, which was Odin L 555555. That was the first site I had. Why I made it that, I have no idea. That's what I did. Well, I forgot my password for that site. And so the early videos when we had the other property were there on that channel. And you can go check that out if you would like. And that's why we started out up there. And then with my divorce, I had to sell that property, and it all worked out. So, but that I had to get rid of that property. But so then I bought where I'm at now. As she walks alone, have you received the package I sent you? I tell everyone about your channel so they can learn how to prepare. So thank you for all your time and effort. Actually, I did the medical book that you sent, and thank you very much. I think it is still in my truck, to be honest with you. So I will show that on an upcoming stream. So thank you. Yes, I did get that. I just got that the other day. Things have been very, very busy, as you guys would know, getting leading up to the prepper get together. So it's been a little bit busy. So I've been into doing other things as well. But yes, I did get it, and thank you very much. That's awesome. Again, that will go in with my book collection with everything else. So I got to talk about Tennessee, or not Tennessee. I'm reading somebody else's comment. I'm so happy to be in Tennessee and not in New York State, even though we weren't far from where you live, Ed. Oh, Patty Forte. Yep. Okay. Well, I don't blame you either. I don't blame you either. So my property in West Virginia. All right. So I got to give you guys an update of what's going on. I did talk about it Monday with my people in the membership. So I talked to the folks down there. I called a lawyer on Monday this week, and she is drawing up the papers. And we are looking at closing maybe the first or second week of August. So, and actually, I just talked to the folks today that I'm buying the property from, and they had sent me a message, and they were like, "Did you call the lawyer? We haven't heard anything. Did you change your mind?" And so I just called them, and I'm like, "No, I didn't change my mind." I said, "You're going to be stuck with me as a neighbor, you know." So, but I really, really, really excited about this. So hopefully, like the first week of August in that range, I will be making another trip to West Virginia and closing on that property. And if that is the case, I do plan on spending a couple of days down in West Virginia, and I'm going to walk the property. I'm going to do a lot of video, show you guys what we're looking at, and we're going to go from there. So I am super, super excited about it. So for those of you that are asking, am I leaving New York? Am I selling my property here? I am not selling my property here, but me personally, I plan on spending the majority of my time in West Virginia. I plan on coming here to deal with whatever needs to be dealt with. If Mom or Beck need me, I can be back in New York in 8.5 hours. So it's not like I'm a million miles away. And so, it is starting all over again, yes, but to me it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to it, and I have plans, and I kind of like I have in my head a map of what I want to do and what I want to get accomplished. So it's going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be a lot of work. So that I also know, but it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be well worth it. So I'm looking forward to that. So the game plan is go down there, close, spend a little bit of time down there, come back up here, deal with whatever I need to deal with here. Maybe go back and forth for a few months, spend maybe a week down there, come back up, that type of thing. And then when probably November is taking the camper down and doing that. So the first thing that I do want to do when I get down there, when I close, I want to start working on the road. I want to make that road much better. So I will be getting some stone and doing that, and yep. So that's the game plan, and so we're going to just see how it all pans out. But I'm excited for the new adventure. Obviously, I'm going to take you guys all along, so you will get to see raw land from the very start, developed into a new homestead. So, but I gave away some zucchini today, huge. It's funny. I've given away some squash already, some zucchini. We just picked cucumbers yesterday. We ended up getting 2 cucumbers yesterday. We've been picking green beans and yellow beans every day, just a ton of green beans and yellow beans. And so, we share them with the neighbors and stuff like that as well. I like to do that. But yeah, so things are starting to come in, which is awesome. The garden, as you guys have seen in the videos, the garden's doing phenomenal. It's absolutely crazy. So really quickly, I want to talk. I'm going to ask for another thumbs up first. We got 634 in the chat. We're at 339 on the thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Again, I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. There's the third reason. It's just a game, so it's a lot of fun to see where we are at the end of each one of the streams. If you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So the other thing, my website, preppernurse1.com, we have the Prepper Nurse 1 community on there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people. So if you are looking to do that, definitely take advantage of that. Looking for people in your state or your country, interesting message boards in there, and all that type of stuff. So it is it's a resource we set up for you. Definitely take advantage of it. You do have to register, but no credit card information is asked. It is totally free. So definitely take advantage of that as well. So also on my website, you will see the logo for Firefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store. If you click on that, it will take you to their website, and they have the CBD and hemp products. If you decide to make a purchase on there, make sure when you check out, you use your discount code PrepperNurse1. Obviously the number 1, not ONE. You'll save yourself 15% on that purchase, okay? So definitely take advantage of that. CBD products are a great thing to have. They help with a lot of different ailments, and it's a great thing to have in your, for your long-term bug out preps. So last thing with the website, preppernurse1.com, again, if you click on store, it will drop down. You'll see Legacy Foods. You click on that. That is the Legacy freeze-dried foods, long-term food storage, 25-year shelf life. It is GMO-free, made in the United States. It is vegan, but there are beef and chicken options that you can buy separately. Also, it is the largest portion size of any of the other freeze-dried food companies, and they also have a gluten-free option for people that need that as well, okay? So, like I said, it's a good thing to have. You should definitely have it in your long-term food storage. I would encourage people to order it now, because if you wait to the emergency like we had in February and March of last year, when everybody and their brother all ordered at the same time, people were delayed for months and months because they just ran out of stock. And it wasn't just Legacy, it was all of the freeze-dried food companies. They had nothing in stock because everybody bought them. So the time to buy is when it's not a rush, because then you'll get it much, much quicker. All right. So just putting that out there for you. So that is that, and we will continue on with this now. So we're talking about a lot of homes being burnt as well. Unfortunately, a lot of people being displaced from these forest fires. And when you have, again, somebody had mentioned it earlier, you look at the amount of smoke and stuff that is going up, and just even trying to, if you're in that area and walking around and trying to breathe with all that smoke in the air, not good at all. So, but this is all by design, all of it. The info is out there. Ian Carey just said that. Okay, well, thank you for that information, Ian. And a lot of it, I believe, is by design myself. I do believe that, to get people out of the more rural areas, to get them more concentrated into city centers and into suburbia. But again, depending on where you live in the country. Now, if you live in California and you live in that area, you know that every single year you're going to have forest fires. It's not a matter of, geez, I wonder, might possibly happen. It is going to happen. Especially if you live in certain parts of California. So why would you not, and this is just, and I'm not judging anybody, so please don't take this as a judgment. Why would you not build accordingly? If I lived there, I sure wouldn't be building out of brick. I would have a metal roof. I would have, I would build out of brick or something to that effect. I would definitely have some kind of a system set up where I had a large amount of water on hand to be able to combat, fire and stuff like that as well. But again, you choose to live in a certain area, the risk that you take. Like I know, with living right now in New York, we have pretty harsh winters. We can have a blizzard come through, and we could be snowed in for an extended period of time. We know that. Okay, so we plan accordingly for those reasons. If you live in a flood zone, You know that there is flooding possible. It may not flood every year, but what if it floods once every 10 years? You better be ready for that type of thing to happen because you know that possibility is there. That's all I'm saying. Depending on where you are. Oh, yeah, earthquakes as well. Earthquakes, tornadoes. You live in Tornado Alley, you should have a bomb shelter. And a lot of people do because they plan according to where they live. They know that that is a possibility that they could be facing, tornadoes. They happen every single year. So it really blows my mind that people aren't better prepared for whatever environment that you live in. If you live in Arizona, okay, it's going to get really, really hot. So you need to make sure you have adequate water on hand in case of an emergency or a power outage or something like that, so that you can be able to make sure that you can survive. Try being in the desert with no water. It's not going to be a really pleasant experience. So that's just my take on it. Wherever you live around the country, you definitely need to plan according to where you are. So, I don't know, I'm smelling a weird smell. Is Antifa a natural disaster? Well, they're not really good at organizing. We definitely know that from experience, from the different things that they've done. So, man, what am I smelling? Hold on one second, guys. I want to just step outside and see if this is something outside. Hold on. I don't know. It's a weird smell, but it wasn't from outside. I'm wondering if it's the fan. I don't know. So, anyway, sorry about that. All right, so I got to tell you this. So yesterday, we're going to do egg count here because I know it's almost time anyway, so might as well talk about it real quick. Yesterday, we had 5 eggs for the whole day. Thick neck, no egg yesterday. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, lazy chickens. Somebody's going in the stew pot. Nobody did, but, threaten them. Make them lay more. If you don't lay more eggs, somebody's going in the stew pot. But no, I'm only kidding. No, it's not propane. I know that smell. So... But anyway, so what do you guys think our egg count was for today? So everybody's getting their guesses up here now. So let's do that. All right, the first correct guess, and I was waiting for it because if you said 8, you were wrong. Too many of you said 8. Wrong answer. If you had the same guess, is Okie Forge with 10 eggs. That is what we ended up with today. 9 adult eggs, 1 baby egg, so 1 pullet egg, and yes, Thick Neck did lay today, so she got back on track. I always can tell when she doesn't lay because she's the only one she's my Easter egger, so she's the only one that lays the greenish eggs, so greenish white, so very funny. Yeah, now the smell's gone. So that was weird. But yeah, when somebody said, yeah, when you smell a smell, you got to check it out. So I didn't know what that was. That was very weird. Yeah, it was no gas, that's for sure. Believe me, I'm a gassy enough person. Some of you have noticed on video. And it'll be funny because I'll do a video and have gas. It happens, it's part of the German. So what happens is then people will in like the comments, I heard gas at 6 minutes and 37 seconds, and I'm like, really? So no, hell is over here. Now the smell was coming from this way, and the dogs are all over here. So, and it wasn't that smell. So strange bad smells at my house is my hubby. Oh my God, that's too funny. Yes, the marigold that I threw in there, they ate everything. The only thing left is like the stem. They picked it clean. I knew they would. That's what they do. But it was so funny that Beck thought that she's like, why'd you pull the marigold out? I'm like, I didn't pull it out. So, but yeah, always. I shower every day, and I'm going to tell you what. And I know a lot of people don't shower every day. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think that's nasty. That's my own opinion. Again, I'm giving an opinion. I have to shower every day, especially if I've been working hard. If I've been out in the yard and I'm sweating like a pig, I generally shower at night. So like later tonight, I'll take my shower. But if I've been outside and I've been sweating and I'm stinking, I just all that nastiness, I'll take a shower earlier. I've been known to take 2 showers in a day if I have to. I'd love to send you some of the rain, Mountain Kayaker. I wish we could send you some of the rain. It has been ridiculous here. Like I said, there was some flash flooding going on. When I went down to town, the creek that runs through the town, well, they do call it a river. I don't know why I would call it a river, but that is like just unbelievably high. So yeah, the garden's doing really, really well. Well, if you look at the garden even last year, the garden last year did really well as well. But it's just, it is just definitely doing. Becky's out there. I'll be honest with you. I got to give a lot of credit to my sister. She is out there every day. She basically okay. So what happened was when we get everything planted, we grew everything from seeds, and so then we're transplanting and stuff like that. And she goes, listen, garden is mine. I'm doing the garden. Of course, whenever anything needs to be physical stuff done, then she wants me. But I'm like, hey, that's cool. I got other stuff I can work on and take care of. You go ahead. So but that's her baby. She likes messing with that garden, and so she's always studying stuff, looking this up, looking that up, looking up the companion planting. And one of the things that we've been doing differently this year is you can buy liquid seaweed, and you take like 2 caps full of liquid seaweed and you put it into like uh, a 5 gallon thing of water, and you put that on your garden, and that really helps with the garden as well. And the other thing that she had looked up that was with like the tomato plants. Once the tomato plants start to flower, you cut back on their water. You give them less water because then all the energy will go into the fruit, and also the roots will have to go down farther looking for water, which makes the plant stronger. So that's a lot of good information out there. There's a lot of things you can, you know, it is a lot of good stuff. But it's funny, with like the garden or whatever's needed to be, needs to be done. We just work together. If they need help with something, or if I need help with something, we just work together and we get along great. My sister and I, growing up, I was held back in first grade because we had traveled. I missed so much school the first time in first grade. So from first grade on, we were in the same grade. And with growing up, I went to 13 schools growing up. So we moved a lot. And so we were always the new ones in the school, and everybody thought we were twins because we were in the same grade. And so, we had each other. We always have had each other. And so I've always had her back. And, so that's just, it's just always the way it's been. She's my little sister, and, I'll watch out for her and I'll take care of her. So, let's see. As a former California resident, 80% of Californian dams were built for flood control, not water conservation. 75% of California's water goes right out to the ocean. That is a waste. That is unbelievable. That's terrible. Yeah, they should definitely have reservoirs and things like that. Did you hear that pinball has been put in YouTube jail? I did not hear that. Thank you for letting me know, Bryce. That's you know what, when people are putting information out, you've got to be really, really careful because they got me, as you guys know. I definitely had I got a strike back in March. And then it was after they gave me the strike. See, because the way it works with YouTube, all right, the way that they do it is they give you get a warning first. So once you've had your warning, then the next step is a strike. So when you get your first strike, you are a week off. You can't post, you can't live stream for that week. Then when you come back, that strike stays on for 90 days. So then after 90 days, that strike comes off, and then you're back down to, where you just had that warning. Now, the first warning I got was when I was working with JDega, and I had their link, and they gave me a warning because of the link. So I had contested that, and literally it was 6 months later that they gave that back. So they gave that back after they had given me my strike. So when the strike came off, I'm back to that point. They gave me another warning after that for a video, which I contested again. And they, within inside of 24 hours, which I was shocked, they came back and said, nope, you were right. It was not against our policy, because the biggest difference is when I'm talking about different things, I always try to make sure I talk about, this is my opinion. I'm not putting stuff out there like this is a fact type of stuff, because when you start doing that, YouTube's going to look at you a lot closer. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. So that's part of it. So right now, fortunately for me, from my perspective, I don't have any warnings. I don't have any, obviously, strikes. So because that strike did come off, and they do come off after 90 days. Now, what happens is, if you get a strike after your first strike in that 90-day period, then you're off for 2 weeks. And you can't post for 2 weeks. You can't live stream for 2 weeks. Can't do any of that. You get a third strike within that 90-day period, you're off of YouTube. They'll shut your channel down. So those are things that, you have to be careful on. And so obviously certain things I don't talk to like I used to talk about, because, I don't want to, incur the ire of YouTube. Because again, it's like, what, this is not, this is my channel, and I should be able to have the leeway to speak my mind, but that's not how it works. So you have to play the game. So it's just you got to be careful. And so I'm sorry to hear that Pinball got a strike and that he's in jail for a week. Somebody said Autumn in jail too, and I don't know who that is. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me if you're putting out again, and I did a video about this, about controlling the narrative. If you have people saying certain things that you don't want them to say, and you can restrict them, that's what they do. So, it's unfortunate. It is definitely unfortunate. Actually 75 dam reduction is incorrect. Through older dams were for flooding. Newer dams have dual purposes, flooding and drinking fish, and stuff like that. Shady Tree was just saying that. Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sure that the newer stuff that they're doing, they're taking things into consideration. They definitely need to be smarter about water conservation. So when you get that rainy season in California, you should definitely be trying to save as much of that as you possibly can, instead of having it go out to the ocean. My sister got in Facebook jail for a few weeks for speaking against conservatives. Okay. Well, it depends. I think a lot of times, I know a lot of people, I have a lot of my friends get put in Facebook jail a lot because what they say is considered offensive or whatever the case may be. It's just the way that it is now, Oh, Gen F, she's still. So, okay. So anybody that's coming and camping out, just so you know, Gen F, this is going to be her first time camping. So she was asking me if we had any bears in the area, and I said, well, we do have black bears. And she said, is there anything that I need to be worried about? And I said, only if you're bathed in honey. So if anybody would like to help, bring some honey. If you're planning on camping, We can pour honey around Jen's tent, pour some honey on her, you know, so that way we can attract the black bears. So then we can watch and see how that goes down. She's probably over there. I know she's laughing. She's probably over there going, "He is such an a-hole." I am. So, but yeah. So no, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Actually, believe it or not, the black bears in our area are more afraid of us than we are of them. So if you holler and stand up and make yourself big, they'll take off. That's what they do. They would rather run unless they got babies. And if they think that their babies are threatened, oh, bacon grease. Yes, we can give her a bacon. We can give her a bacon bathing suit that she can wear. That would work. Bacon. Lather her up in bacon grease. Okay, go to bed now. It's okay. You're fine. Oh my God, that's so funny. But yeah, no, it's going to be fine. Jeanette says, "You are so bad, Ed. Please don't change." I am who I am. I'm a ball buster. I'm always going to be a ball buster, and so I'll be good. You know, I just like to have fun. Well, that's what. Hopefully, they're. Well, we're asking for people to bring a dish to pass for the prepper get together, and so, like I said, we'll be fine. But yeah, it's like I said, we're gonna have a great time. What's the head count around? I'm guessing at this, and I'm thinking we're gonna have about 100 and between 120 to 150 people per day at both events. So I think it's going to be in that range. Not 100% sure, because what'll happen is some people will say that they're coming and then not come, and then other people will decide at the last minute to come. So, and that's okay. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have a blast. I am absolutely looking forward to it. So remember, I like Labatt's Blue. I'm not opposed to people bringing me Labatt's Blue. Oh my God, I'm sorry. That's too funny. But no, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. That's fine, 80K man. That'll work too. That's absolutely fine. So, but yeah, so yeah, dress up like a picnic basket. That's funny. But no, I'm really looking forward to it. We got things lined up, and everything seems to have fallen into place with what we're doing. And yeah, bring your own booze. Yep. Well, like I said, if it on the Saturday, the bar will be open at the American Legion, so that's not going to be a problem. And but like on Sunday, if you're coming, yeah, Angry Prepper can't come because he has to work. Yep, I knew that too. But Labatt's Blue Light. Oh no, sacrilege! No light. So, but no, it's like I said. I know that Angry Prepper can't come this year. So, but like Sunday when we're at Letchworth, it's obviously bring your own booze and stuff like that if you want to have something to drink when we go there. But we're like I said, we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna have a great time, and so like I said, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Mom will win. I'll give her more beer to drink. That's right. So. But anyway, what was I going to say? So let's do this really quickly. I want to do some shout outs for some channel. Again, with Pinball being in jail, let's go give him some support and subscribe to his channel if you're not already. That Genie? Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Okay, so guys, I got to tell you, have a seat here, little girl. This little girl here, this is the first one that stole my heart. And when my daughter was born, she was very, very jealous. Very, very jealous. Okay. But she had got my heart early on. When she was born, I was 19, and I remember holding her little blue-eyed self in my hands. And this is my niece, Jeannie. And so anybody that's coming to the Prepper Get Together, you will see her Saturday and Sunday because she will be there. So yeah, this is she got my heart early. Yeah, so I can remember. I'll tell you one funny story. So I was living at my mom's after I got out of the military, and Jeannie was there, and so I would come home from work, and I would be like beat. I'd be really, really tired, and she would come out and she'd be like, "Uncle Eddie, would you push me on the swing?" And no matter how tired I was, I pushed her on the swing because I thought to myself, I can take 5 minutes and make this kid happy. And she was excited. You were something. I remember those days. Yep. Oh, Hellas.
She's like, you stop petting me.
She's like, you're on my daddy.
Oh. A little jealous.
A little jealous, yes. So anyway, so anybody that's coming to the Prepper Get Together, Jeannie will be there Saturday, all weekend. Yep. So you get the camper up here?
That's what he's doing right now, is pulling it in.
Okay. All right. Did your mom tell you where you had to go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, no, she's not single. She has a boyfriend. So sorry, guys. I know she's pretty, isn't she? Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, down. All right. Well, I'll let you go.
Yeah, I don't get the camper set up.
Okay. Yep. I'll be done in like 19 minutes. So I will come out and say hi. You can be here for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll see you out in there a little bit.
Okay.
All right, guys. So yeah, she's a very, very beautiful young lady. That is Becky's daughter. So, but yeah, oh my God, I'll tell you, she was something else. I will never forget that first time I held her in the hospital, and just those little blue eyes looking up at me. And I was like, that was it. I was done. But yeah, she, when the twins were born, because I want you guys to understand something. So when Jeannie's in her 30s, late 30s now, and so my kids, I didn't have my kids till I was 36. So Jeannie was like, I did everything for, my niece and my nephew. And Adam, my nephew, I had taken him to New York City. We went and saw the Yankees play, all those type of things. But Jeannie and I, she was my girl. She was definitely my girl. And then along comes my children, and she was definitely bent out of shape. Because, but yeah, that's, I'm very protective of my ladies. All my ladies, they got crazy Uncle Eddie or, whatever. So that's, you got to make sure that they're safe. And that's what I try to do. Right? You didn't like it when she was sitting on my lap, did you? No. You're like, wait a minute. It's Miss Hella. So anyway, real quick, let's go back to what we were going to do here before. Sorry. Family's everything, guys. Absolutely everything. So, shout outs, Pinball Preparedness. Let's give him a shout out. Let's give him some support. Go subscribe to his channel if you're not subscribed. Again, he's in not Facebook jail. He's in YouTube jail for at least a week. So, I will be live streaming on Friday for sure. I'm not 100% sure on Sunday yet because we will be there. So I probably won't be live streaming on Sunday. Next week, I'm going to have to break some stuff up too, because I'll tell you guys why when we do it. But I will have to switch up my live streaming that following week as well. But we'll get into all that, and we'll figure that out. I may just take Sunday off and not live stream Sunday at all, just because of everything going on. So we'll see. We'll figure things out. So, but yeah, because it's going to be crazy over the whole weekend. So, but anyway, also we got Green Greg's is another channel that we should be supporting. Icky Can up in Canada, a friend of mine, real good guy. Up there, let's show him some support as well. Also, let's Doug and Stacy, absolutely give them some support. Are you going to have tunes? You know what? I don't. I'm sure that people will bring some instruments. They did 2 years ago, and we had people playing guitars and stuff like that as well. So if somebody wants to bring a guitar or whatever, feel free. Anybody can play. If you'd like to set something up, you can. I think if we set things up next year and we do it at Greg's next year, he's talking about putting up a stage. So he wants to do that. So we'll see how that goes for next year. And we're just going to kind of cross that bridge when we get there. Also, let's Marfugal News with Adam and Dex out in Seattle. Let's show them some support. Magic Prepper, Angry Prepper. We have how's the cell signal at Greg's? Not 100% sure up in the woods. I'm not sure. I don't really know. So we'll have to see how that goes. But maybe what I could do on the Sunday when we're at Letchworth, maybe for a little bit I could do a live stream with my cell phone. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. And we'll kind of just show everybody at the party and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll figure all that out. We'll definitely figure all that out. But also, let's Alaskan Prepper, Alaskan Granny, Wrangle Star, Boss of the Swamp, Southern Prepper 1. So those are just a few. So that Sean James, Myself Reliance, he's got the 2 channels. Awesome to watch him. Yes, the Needy Homesteader. She is back to posting videos now, guys. Let's definitely show her some support as well after what happened to her family. Very, very tragic. And so she is definitely back posting videos now. So let's go show her some love too. The Needy Homestead. Yeah, thank you guys for bringing that up. That's really, really important. So, but Happy Prepper. He's a really nice kid. Yep, young man. And so let's see. But anyway, there's a lot of channels out there. We should be supporting each other. I think that is important that we do that. And so we should continue to do that. So what we're going to do now, because the time is definitely getting away from me. It's one of those kind of nights. We are Legion because we are many. We're all over the country, or we're all over the world. We're a huge family. We're a huge network of people. Where is everybody from tonight? And while we're doing that, let's do another thumbs up, please, and to show support for the channel. And again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So thank you for doing that. We have Hudson, Florida, Southwest Virginia, Oregon, Eastern Kentucky, Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Southwest Virginia again. Jen, I already said it. Now stop it. San Antonio, Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, BC, Canada, Norway, Orlando, Florida, Colorado, Denver, Southwest Texas, Adirondacks, Ontario, Canada, Leesburg, Florida, Ocean Park, Washington, let's see, Western New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Cape Cod, Indiana, Central Missouri, Michigan, Ridgemont, North Carolina, Olympia, Washington, Nebraska. Let's see, we have Georgia, Minnesota, East Central Illinois, Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, very nice. New Mexico, Whiteland, Indiana. We have Michigan, Ulster Park, New York, Eckhart, Indiana, Bushnell, Florida. Let's see, Georgia, Hollywood, California, another California, Troy, North Carolina, New Mexico once again, California, North Highlands in California. We have Alabama, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, New Mexico. Let's see, north of North Shore of Canada. There you go. Northwest Indiana, northern Wisconsin, Alabama, Ruskin, Florida, Key West. Very cool. I think Key West would be a cool place to visit. I have not been to Key West yet. I've been all the way down to Miami, but I never made it out to Key West. Let's see. So anyway, guys, we are all over the country. We are a huge network. We're a huge family. We just, we're the ones that are awake, and that's important. I think people need to realize that we're the ones that can make a difference. We're the ones that are awake. Oh, Prepper Princess, yes, guys, I forgot to mention her earlier. I forgot. Sorry about that. So, White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Very nice. I cannot wait. I'm going to tell you, I'll be 100% honest with you. I cannot wait to get down to West Virginia. Definitely cannot wait to ride my Harley down there, explore the areas, go and see different things, do different things down there. I think it is going to absolutely be a blast. Really, really looking forward to it. We will meet one day, Jan Isherwood said. Okay, that's fine. I don't know where exactly you're at, Jan, but I have no problem meeting people. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's very, very cool. The dogs are going nuts because I think that's more Pandora. No, that's more Hella. She's got that big rough bark now, so she thinks she's a tough guy. She's getting more protective, which is a good thing, but I'm definitely socializing her a lot more. I'm trying to get her to meet new people and stuff like that. So Independent Marine says, take care, Ed. Enjoy the show. Stay safe. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Have a good night yourself. Like I said, guys, we really, truly are a huge family. We really are. And we're the ones that are going to make a difference when the time comes. How we do things, how we react, and what we do, and what choices we make can make a really, really big difference. Is there a thrift store still open there? I'm not sure. I know that I think in Geneseo there's a thrift store. Other than that, there used to be one in the town down where I live, but it's not there anymore. So anyway, yeah, that's but anyway, guys, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple minutes early here because I want to go out and see my niece and stuff like that. I usually go to 20 after, but it's 10 after. I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job. They keep the chat clean, and I do appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you very much for doing that. Yakima Indian Reservation, solar prepper off-grid. Very cool, man. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'd never saw that one before, so I probably said the name wrong, and I apologize, but it was very, very, very nice that you were here, and you're appreciated along with everybody else. I want to thank all of you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. You're why I do what I do, and like I said, we're a big family. We really, truly are, and we just need to remember that. And I think a lot of times people lose sight of that, but we really are, and we're the ones that are going to make a difference when the time comes. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. And as soon as we can get to that point and realize that we are one race, we're going to be in such a better place. Stop letting them manipulate you with race, with religion, with political affiliation. It's us, all the small people, against big government and big business, because they want to control every aspect of your life. They want to control what you do. They want to control the information that you're receiving. Every part of it they want to control. So it's up to us as a collective to say, hey, enough is enough. And if we ever get to that point, we could make this a truly wonderful world. And I'm not just talking country as in the United States, a wonderful world if we could ever get to that point. So anyway, also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching those goals is you. That's it. Nobody else can stop you. Be safe. Stay away from negativity. Follow your heart. Do what you want to do, realistically, because I'm telling you, if you don't follow your dreams and your aspirations and your hopes and set goals, they're never going to happen. So make them happen. All right. I will see you guys all tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great day. we'll figure out what we're going to do. I definitely am going to live stream Friday, and I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday yet. I'm most likely I'm not going to live stream on Sunday. It'll probably just make it easier. So, all right, guys, I will see you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. What are you barking about?